freedom.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. MTN8 Cup Final. Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns at the Moses Mabhida Stadium out in Durban on the coastal front. A lot of conjecture, a lot of things being said by both teams. Rolando Mukwena says, please don't kick our players. Let's play fair and square. Orlando Pirates fans saying, no. You were the one who kicked us last time around, and they're showing him, Muguti, you had 20 fouls and all of that. And then Mandla Nqakazi is saying, don't kick our players because you guys were fouling us, and it's clear that you've been benefiting from referees. So that's all the talk before the game tomorrow at 6 p.m. We'll be covering that game, of course. It will be won on the field through tactics. We're looking forward to that. Tso Vilakazi, former Mamelodi Sundowns forward, former Orlando Pirates forward as well. Both of your former clubs are playing. What's your feeling going into this game, Tso?
Mr. Kiyo kunjani mfethu? Ngibulisa wena, ngibulisa Justice, ngibulisa Junior. Ngibulisa namakhaya. Ngicela support njalo iDiskiTV. Njobe njobe njalo ngijike futhi. Yeah. Yeah, one thing I love about this game, Mr. Kiyo, is we can talk and talk and talk and talk 10. But there's people that they need to show us the product. And when you look at the previous results, the Pirates have not been doing well. The Sundowns have been doing well. So when you compare the two in terms of that coming to the final, really, if I will put myself as a Pirates player now, I'll be scared.
But in ref, by benefit, or referee benefit, it's not about the fact that the Pirates before this, especially Juanen Galaxy, and they lost another game, and then they lost another game, and then they won this one, 1-0 Juanen Galaxy, but they lost on penalties as well. It seems to be that they're just literally diverting, and they're saying it's all about the referees.
Now, Mr. Gill, we need to take the pressure away from the boys, and I think that's how they're playing it, both teams, and I think it's working because no one is paying attention to the players who's on form, who's off form. And if you can remember the last game, they had to even take out Usaleng Bamsap. Yeah. So it wants us something that's not right. So it's Sundowns saying, we shall really back. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough, Mr. Nkeo. Sundowns, we in all the departments, they are superior. Looking at Pirates, look, yes, we can say no, but a penalty, but it was an attempt to get a goal. But yes, penalty is also part of the game, and they caught that, and then it worked for them. Mr. Nkeo, I don't care who says what. Build up to the final. If you're not doing well and you're going to face a big team that is doing well, definitely sure. Those players right now, they're shaking. Paris players. They're shaking because, we battle the Sundowns home. Now they're going to face the Sundowns away. Cup final. They are defending champions. Maybe with that, it will work in Yanago, but no, Selwini the last season, you guys have never won it. That's another challenge that also on the table. But looking at the game itself, I want to see because I'm worried with that defense of Pirates.
Yeah. I need to ask you something very important. So there are people who are likening this to like a derby. What I mean by that is that I've heard a couple of people saying that the form goes away. Yeah. It doesn't matter who to fear go final. I remember even the Nedbank Cup final, Skokun and the Pirates. Yes. That Pirates had been playing. They had the most luckiest run maybe in the history of the Nedbank Cup, playing against ABC Motsepe League. Somehow Basokolo win a penalty. Playing against All Stars. Venda Football Academy. At that time, it was called Venda Football Academy. It's Venda Football Club now. They had the luckiest run or the easiest run in the history of the Nedbank Cup, and they went with the All Stars NFD team in the extra time, and then they went to penalties against an APC Motsepe League team, and there was a case for this coach to be the coach of the season with such a ridiculous run where they struggled even against smaller teams, and I wasn't convinced, but they went to the final and they beat Skokune 2-1. So whether or not however you got to the final, there's also the argument, Yoguti, once you are in the final, you are on a clean slate. It doesn't matter how you got there.
Yeah, Mr. Kewo, look, Mr. Kewo, consistency is very important in football.
100%.
If you're not going to be consistent in football, you're not going to achieve anything. That's why you see Sundowns, they're achieving. Every week they get points. Every week they get points. It's because they are consistent in what they're doing. And when you look at their players, yes, in the couple of 2-3 games, I had a bit of question in terms of when against Amasap Roland. Amasap working instead of by Paramis footy game, they go down. And that was my worry about him. But in the starting 11, he's got the killer. He can break you. He can break you like in pieces, you know. And then, but my worry is when he's having those up. Then when you look at Pirates, now you have to think at Pirates. Who do you think? Who do you think can really, you know, give that Sundowns defense a headache? Because Usaleng, for me, I said it even last season. I said, look, Usaleng, we will see him. This season, yes, he's doing well. Nothing, you know, against him. He's doing well, but he needs to be consistent. Look at Mushishi. Mushishi has been consistent for years. Azangadlale this season or Poland next season or Paramisa the other season. No, he's been consistent the whole season. You look at Umukwena from Supersport, they've been consistent. All these players is Sundowns now. If you can even check their record from the previous teams in Sundowns, they've been consistent, those players. But when you look at the players, Paris and now, I mean now they've got Mahopa. It's a striker, but when you check how many goals it scored, even under Pana play parts, it's something else. I mean, Kubaroka, sorry. Kubaroka, it's also questions. Now you look at
Koranga last time, no evidence. Penalty.
Yes, we are correct, but I mean, after how long was the kill? After how long? After it's about 2 years we've been at Pirates. Well, you know, those are the questions. And when you look at Sundowns, top striker is scoring. Look at Ulipasa. You know, Mr. Kewo, that's why I'm saying when you look at players, sometimes we just need to be honest and see keep it to return the player. Look, I'm still saying Pirates, they made a mistake by releasing Ujuga match. And he's not gonna come back. And that's why you see Pirates now they're suffering. Now they have to come now Babiza Rasmus. Now Rasmus needs to play behind now. But the main factor is this. They're struggling with the finisher. Ulipasa, but you know, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. This is the final. It's gonna be tough because the couple of games he's not been scoring. You know, it was difficult for him to even get a target. So again, you look at the midfielders who are Pirates, who's gonna create chances for Rasmus and Ulipasa? Ageko. And Masangwani is always Masangwani is a very good player. I like him, but he's playing in front of them. He's not a player that Uzod Maribamba a chige beside Bakonda street. You know, Uzolbamba Magachigat, then Uzo exciting again, or Aruzo exciting or right pass exciting. But you look at the midfielder Sundowns when they get a ball, Bezagu Mushish, Abamkona Bezagu, they've got their team is balanced. They go in the middle, they use also the width, they can also use the depth because they know that at the end of the day, they need an end product of which the person that is going to give them an end product is Shaloli.
Yeah, winning Pirates 5-0 in the final tomorrow.
Hey, no, I'm telling you. Not I don't disrespect Pirates. Based on their performance and the players in groups as a team, pound to pound. For me, I don't see them matching Sundowns players. So 5. Yo, I know on Monday I shooting a phone my Cox ngibone ukuthi ipi team iPSL ngabuyela ngijoin ngoba really there's no creativity at Pirates. You just hope ukuthi maybe uSaling kube another moment of brilliant ngoba nayo nokuba quiet egame ina vele another chance A1, and other than that, what else do they have? Nothing.
Erasmus nothing.
Erasmus playing him as a striker, yes, I would say yeah. He, you know, he's dangerous when he's playing as a strike. But when you play him as a number 10, you're not gonna get the best of him because he's not used to cheat in that position. He used to be there, shielding, turn, take a shot. But now he needs to get a ball, turn, and think for the striker and thinking for the wingers. Uti amapasa wenza kanjani, and that's not something that he is good at.
All right. Evidence Mahopa Hedrick, Orlando Pirates 5-0. What's your score prediction?
Mr. Kewa, I wanna score success. True. The Pirates lebe idlala a couple of weeks. Kube ile Pirates leyo kusasa ingayithola ne4 Sundowns. I'm telling you. One thing is that I know Pirates will concede. That defense, I think they've signed a contract that each and every game they must concede, because even against each one in Galaxy, they, you keep ahead to make some saves, they miss some chances, and you ask yourself, but how you guys, you can't even be compact, you can't even, the other one is going to pick 2 center backs, they caught up squared all the time. But yeah, Mr. Keo, Sasa, let me tell you, Sasa, it's a win for Sundowns. I'm sorry for your Pirates, based on the performance, consistency of the players. They always raise their hand every time when they play. And mind you, when you count Ushalulile, you count Ribeiro, you count Mshishi, Alende, Umbule, Umkwena, you still have Mayemo ngaphandle. Yeah, so yeah, it's a win for Sundowns.
Okay. In case you were wondering which team paid Tso Vilakazi the most when he was a player between Pirates and Sundowns, now you know the answer. If you didn't know which team paid him the most when he was a player, now you know the answer. Anyway, Mpatala 10,000, Kube 5,000 after tax, and then anyway, Mpatala 195,000. I'm joking. Look forward to the final, of course. We look forward to seeing you after the final as well. You'll find us on YouTube, of course, after the final. We hope it doesn't go to extra time. It gets finished within the 2 hours and 90 minutes. Hopefully, good luck to the teams, both of them. Good luck to everyone in KZN, in Durban. We will be watching that game. It was sold out within 18 hours, so we definitely will see a lot of people in that game. It is iDiskiTV, Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you very much for watching us.